Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I hope you're excited for my April favorites, of course. And before I do start, I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I did get a lot recently, so if you guys don't know anything about me, I will give you some quick facts. My name is Chinamso, but everybody calls me Chichi. I'm 26 years old, I'm Nigerian, and I love makeup, of course. So those are some quick facts about me, but let's just jump right into the April favorites. I do have a lot of products I have been loving recently, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. So with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe before we do start, and let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so first and first is makeup, and I do have Fenty Beauty up first just because I feel like the month of April will just focus on Fenty Beauty. So I'm gonna start off with their Cheeks Out cream blushes, which are my absolute favorite. I do have the shade Summertime Wine and also Rosé Latte. And honestly, when it comes to these blushes, I feel like they're the best out there when it comes to cream blushes, because you guys typically know when you do your makeup, you have a bunch of powder on your skin, but with this, it doesn't sit on top of the powder, it just melts into your skin regardless. I did a whole video on it and I will put it above for you guys as well, but I will give you some quick swatches. But these were my favorite that she came out with, and I do need to pick up some more shades as well. I swear, when it comes to taking these blushes out the boxes is the hardest thing in the whole entire world, but I do have the two shades. This one is Rosé Latte, and to me it's like the most unique shade that I've ever seen when it comes to blushes. It's like a deep reddish brown blush. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. And I also do have Summertime Wine, which is more of a berry tone. So let me give y'all some quick swatches of these blushes. And also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but when it comes to these blushes, they do give a very natural glow on the skin. And if you are oily, don't worry about it, because I thought the same thing, like I'm gonna be looking greasy at the end of the day. But once I put it on my skin, you guys, it didn't look bad towards the end of the day. I just still have to kind of powder a little bit, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So these are the two shades on my skin. I do have Rosé Latte right here, and then also Summertime Wine, and y'all can see how pigmented these are, but once you do put it on your cheeks, it kind of shares out a little bit more. But I am obsessed with these blushes. I can keep going on and on about them, but you need these in your life. Now moving on to the next item from Fenty, I do have their Match Stix in the shade Espresso, and I've had this for such a long time, but I just completely stopped using it because I'm always trying new things. But when I did try out the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer, to be honest, you guys, it wasn't my favorite. I love the formula, but the shade itself, it just has like this gray undertone, which I don't like on my skin. So it just made me want to try their Match Stix again, and I just love this color on my skin. With this, it's a very rich shade, but at the same time, it doesn't have a lot of red tones in it. And when I blend it out on my skin, which I do have on today, y'all can tell it looks very natural, but not too dark on my skin. So I just went back to the shade because this is what I thought the cream bronzer would look like. So while I'm actually talking about it, let me grab the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in the shade Chocolate and show you guys what I mean. In the packaging itself, it does have that deep, rich color that I'm looking for. Like, it looks very deep and warm in the packaging, but when you actually swatch it, you guys, you can kind of see the gray undertone I'm talking about. I feel like other people out there had the same exact issue, because a lot of people were telling me in the comments as well, but I want to show you guys what I mean. So here's the two side by side. This is the matchstick right here, very rich and warm, whereas the cream bronzer, it's a little bit more of a gray tone bronzer. And it's not a bad thing. For some people out there, it will work, but for me, I do want that rich, just warm bronzer on my skin. So hopefully she comes out with more colors in the future, but of course, like I told you guys, I still love the formula. All right, so the next category I do have is foundation. I actually have two for you guys, but I will start off with the one that I'm actually wearing on my skin, and it's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation, and I got it in the shade 530 Henna. Funny enough, when it comes to this foundation, you guys, I've heard so many good things about it. A lot of my supporters out there told me, like, Chichi, like, you need to try this foundation out because it's bomb. So I picked it up, you guys, and I will say it's a really good foundation. Okay, I do have it on my skin today, and what I love about it is it just melts into your skin, but it's full coverage, kind of a little bit. It's not a light cover foundation, but it's not a full coverage. It's more so like a medium coverage. So it covers my scars on my skin, but at the same time, it looks very natural and skin-like. And then also, if you do have oily skin, I find this lasts a long time because When I put it on in the morning, I don't really get oily till like maybe 6 or 8 hours later, which is great because typically when it comes to a lot of foundations out there, I'm oily in like 4 hours, okay? Just being honest. But with this, it just lasts a long time. It looks so beautiful on the skin. And then also, I thought my shade will be 510. So I got 530 henna, which has more of like a neutral undertone to it. And it looks really, really nice on the skin. It is a little bit dark, but once I conceal and highlight and bronze and all that good stuff, it just looks so perfect when it comes to my skin. So I highly recommend this foundation. I've been loving it. The other foundation is not anything new on my channel, but I just started using it again recently. And it's a NARS Radiant Longwear foundation in the shade Marquises. This foundation, you guys, like, I don't know why I stopped using it. It's because I probably buy like 5 foundations a year, but with this foundation, it just looks so beautiful on your skin. It literally looks like skin. It has a lot of coverage, but it doesn't look cakey at the same time. It's just a really great foundation. I will say Marquises, I thought at first that it was too dark for my skin, but it actually matches me perfectly. So if you're on my skin tone, this shade is perfect. I love it. So yeah, I do need to get another one because it's been about 2 years since I've had this, but these 2 foundations, y'all, you need in your life. Okay, so this next item I actually used in March, but for some reason I forgot to include it in my April favorites, and it's a Morphe Glamabronze bronzer in the shade Phenom. This bronzer, when it comes to drugstore, y'all, is amazing, okay? I know it's nothing new at all, but at the same time, it took me such a long time to try it out. I do have Phenom and I do have Leader. I feel like Leader is more so my summer bronzer, was with this, it's like my every, you know, day or every year round. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Hold on. So what I was actually trying to say was, when it comes to like my winter shade and early spring shade, this bronzer is perfect, and it has like the perfect amount of like orange and red tones in there. It just looks so good on the skin. I really don't have to say too much because y'all can see what it looks like, but I absolutely love it. But when it comes to drugstore, you guys, I always say this, there's not a lot of bronzers to pick from. Like, seriously, when you think about it, like, what is another great bronzer that has a lot of, you know, different ranges and skin tones and all that good stuff? Like, there's not a lot out there. So I appreciate Morphe for coming out with a lot of great shades for those who do have darker skin tones. And also, this bronzer itself is huge. Like, I have my bronzer brush right here, and it just looks nothing compared to like the bronzer itself. So it's just, I love it. I love it. So I just realized I only have 2 more items left to talk about, but the first set is lipsticks, and these are from Mented Cosmetics. When I did my video on YouTube and Instagram, you guys were just loving the lipsticks. I didn't know you guys were obsessed with them, because you should have told me to buy these products out early and try them out, but I'm so grateful that they sent it to me because they're honestly one of my favorite lipsticks. They're so creamy and comfortable on the skin, and they're just like the perfect nude for like women of color. Like, honestly, I have like different shades of nude in this collection. They did send me 6 in total, but I will swatch my favorite 3 that I do have. The first one is Mented number 5. Let me get that out for you guys. And first off, I love their packaging. It's like a soft velvet packaging. I am obsessed with it. So what I'm gonna do now is swatch all 3 on the back of my hand, and if you want to see what the other 3 look like, then watch my video, which I will attach above as well. I swear, every time I swatch these on my skin, I just fall in love with them because they're just so pretty. So from top to bottom, or from left to right from y'all's view, I do have Mented number 5, and then also Nude Lala, and then last but not least, I do have Pretty in Pink. So this is what they look like on my skin. Very creamy, very buttery, and just so comfortable on the lips. I highly recommend them. But let me know down below some other products from them you do want me to pick up, because I do know they have blushes and other products out there. I'm not sure all of them, but let me know down below because I do want to try out more products as well. Okay, so last but not least, I do have the Good Molecules Pure Cold Pressed Rosehip Seed Oil. And basically what this does is supposed to deliver natural vitamin A and help restore your skin elasticity. But basically, I love this because after I do my skincare at night and apply my serum, basically to me this is a serum, it just feels so good on the skin. It really hydrates my skin. It just makes it look very nice and glowy. I just love the feel of it more than anything. But to be honest, it just looks great on the skin, especially for nighttime. If you do have dry skin, and I mean super dry, I highly recommend this. But I will put a little bit on the back of my hand to show you guys what I mean. And once you blend it into your skin, it doesn't feel greasy at all, which is why I love it. A lot of serums out there feel very greasy on the skin, but with this, it just dries down. But at the same time, y'all can see what I mean. It just makes your skin look very nice and moisturized and glowy. And yeah, I love this product. And also, they did send me more skincare items. So if you guys want to see that on my channel, let me know down below. This is not sponsored at all, but I know a lot of people out there are interested in their skincare. So let me know and I will do a review of it on my channel. All right, you guys. So those were all the products I did have for the month of April. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below as well some products you've been loving in the month of April. And with that being said, I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, subscribe before you do leave, and I'll see you guys in the next one.